Yo, how's everybody doing? Saturday, servers are doing a little better. They had a little rough start there, so we started a little later. I was waiting to make sure that they got up and made it nice. But it looks like they're already working on it, which means time to start the Warlock. And for anybody who's been waiting for the 1 to 76 Falconer, it's still uploading. That'll be on YouTube here in about 10 minutes. What's up, herps? Haven't watched it in ages. Yeah, it's a lot of people. I took a couple years off there. What is the significance of getting level 76? You're level 70 now and you're Bleed Warlock, trying to get some starter end game builds together. Well, that's basically the difference right there. Starter versus end. So level 76 is when you get the 20th point for your skills, and so that's when I call it the end of leveling and into the end game. Yeah, it's dropping already. Yeah, give it about 10 minutes. Yeah, the upload will be done in about 12. Glad to see you doing Warlock today. You're definitely needing that. Struggling. We're going to be doing a whole lot of bleed and poison right off the bat. Trying to play Warlock right now, but the servers are effed. Hopefully we can get in here. Let's create a new character. Maybe I'm at my limit. Oh my god, I do not like having to delete characters. Boy, we are really at the limit. I thought they gave us 5 extra character slots. What happened to this? I didn't get them. Because, you know, LE makes your computer super hot, so it gets super hot in here. And I opened up the window, and of course we have people that drive motorcycles right down the street. They like to just fly by. Oh, let's go Warlock. Love the hat. Yeah, these last Epoch hats are pretty epic. Bleeding? Should I call it Bleeding? I mean, eventually it's going to go Torment. We'll call it Bleed Warlock. Why not? Oh. Okay. Maybe not. We'll just call it Warlock. Because why not? I was gonna go hardcore, but it just takes forever. And we have stuff now to make it go faster. We're just gonna do normal. We'll get into hardcore in a couple of weeks. They'll just go back to BG3 and come back next weekend. They're working on it already. It should get much better here pretty quick. Playing this build, but in high density mobs, you delete yourself. You didn't have. Apologize for the dropped frames, but that should only last for another 10 minutes or so. Here's the good news. We should get to go much faster now that we'll get Wandering Spirits and just be able to fly. So this should go good. I tell you what, when we those first 40 levels taking 2 days because of the servers. Oh god, I can't wait to go faster. This morning the servers worked flawlessly. They were working flawlessly until like 4 hours ago. I mean, I've been able to get in the whole time, but it definitely slowed down there for a few hours. Just completed your first Eklund Month at level 42 with the Void Knight level guide. Nice. Are you doing the Auto Bomber one or the Warpath one? Alright, I don't even know why we're wasting our time here. Let's go. Oh, what I would give for some AoE right off the bat. Actually, I might trap myself. Okay, good, we got out. Yeah, they slowed down like 3-4 hours ago. Yeah, they slowed down there for a bit, and then it seems to, I mean, we're loading flawlessly right now, so seems to be doing better. You've been playing Bleed Warlock, Bleed Chthonic Fissure, and Profane Veil? Just erases things. Nice. Yeah, we'll be doing Spirit Plague with Wandering Spirits with Chthonic Fissure. And then eventually we'll throw in Transplant and I think Profane Veil will do us much more defense. I heard that there's ways to get tons and tons of ward out of it, so we'll see. I mean, not to mention it just naturally gives you DR, so. Stuck in Q loop, just trying to get in. Been 5,418 for 10 minutes. I do know there was a message in Discord a while ago that if you get stuck for more than 10 minutes, to exit and then rejoin. Can't get into the servers. Are you in EU or US? I'm in US West. But again, if you've been stuck for more than 10 minutes, they recommend that you leave and come back. Started playing the Hydrohesion. You saw some stuff got nerfed, most notably the ward on Frostwall Pass. Yeah, it has a 12-second cooldown. How much worse did the build become in your skills with area skills? It's still quite good. Still doable, still playable. It did lose a... Oh my god, this is already so much faster than it was yesterday.
Well done. We're almost there.
We're almost there. Yeah, you did. Was initially 2,500, then 4,000. Now it's you're going the wrong way. If you leave, you'll end up at like 8K. Are most people playing over in Europe? It's so weird because I haven't seen a queue line. Every once in a while we get stuck for like 10 minutes waiting, but I don't actually see a number, or else I'm not looking in the right spot. I don't know which. You're watching, tried to watch me on YouTube, but it was a laggy mess. You're the one saying you're deleting yourself with a bleed build. No unique chest, Max says. Yeah, sorry if it's lagging on YouTube. Again, we're dropping some frames just because we're uploading to YouTube right now. That should have very slow upload. Your US Central Circle? Oh, wait, no, that's not the one. This one. Yes. Join the Circle of Fortune. This is the main already rank 4. Hell yeah. Q, now it's 7, 8, 8, 9. Jesus. You'll get in eventually. Eventually. What build do you recommend to use for the first time? For your first time ever? My favorite one's Auto Bomber. I'm only doing Falconer and Warlock because they're new. Otherwise, I would be playing the Auto Bomber right now. But Falconer and Blade Dancer, Shadow Daggers is really cool for a first build. Warpath, Void Knight is really good. Holy Trail Paladin is really good. If you like minions, both Necromancer and Beastmaster are a ton of fun. If only, if only. Bum, bum, bum. Over 7K, yeah. I saw that the peak players had jumped up. We're up over 200,000 now. That's crazy. It is the weekend though, so kind of expected. Alright, we officially have Wandering Spirits. Put that baby on autocast. Give me Rip Blood. Now we cruise. Yep. We don't even bump them. Yeah, US Central down bad. Well, it's not my fault so many people live over there. Alright. God, I love those Wandering Spirits. Swarmblade, Frostbite, or Hydrohesion? Which one would you recommend? I like Hydrohesion more. You have 2 points in Die Bomb than the guide. Can you recommend where to invest them? Inside of Die Bomb, top right, go for the increased Smoke Bomb duration, and the one right below that gives you mana and health back when Die Bomb hits the target. Those would be the ones I go for. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, the first skill that we spec into is obviously going to be Wandering Spirits right off the bat. Passives. Bum, bum, bum. We want Forbidden Knowledge. Where's my camera? Did I break it? I broke my camera. I didn't even notice I didn't have a camera this whole time. What is this nonsense? Add source, video capture. I like really broke my camera. 1 sec. Let's fix this. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go into settings here. 1 sec. The camera has fully died. Why must this happen? Oh my god. That whopping. Nailed it. Ah, dude, I'm gonna shoot this camera. What isn't tanked? It should be fixed here in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We're almost there. Hardcore camera, yeah. What build do you recommend to play for the first time in the game? Falconer or Blade Dancer Shadow Daggers, the Falcon, any of the, well, for minions, definitely Necromancer. Warlock's a ton of fun. Beastmaster's a ton of fun. Rune Master's a ton of fun. Like, dude, just pick a mastery that looks fun, you're gonna enjoy it. Alright, travelers, we are now level 4. Time to spec into our first skill. For skills, we get to specialize our first skills, so duration to make them last longer right off the bat, so 1 point into linger. And then for items, just get a one-handed or two-handed staff, or a one-handed wand or a two-handed staff. Get as much flat spell damage as possible. That'll really boost you as you go through. Cast speed is helpful as well. For everything else, just get resistance and health on all your other slots. And that'll be it for this. I'll see you guys at level 9 when we spec into Transplant. You started Blaster and Marksman at one point. I was noticing the similarities and differences with that in the Falconer build you're playing. Yeah, the biggest difference is that you're definitely, well, you're proccing Detonating Arrow and building, I mean, you're building quite a bit differently. Oh my god. Let me run around. The whole hitbox of enemies feels so much clunkier than it was. Oh. Run away! Man, give me some potions. Dude, those wandering spirits are just sick early on. It's unfair. Boots of Life, stash, gloves. Yeah, killing it now. What's up, Conan? How you doing today? You went with the shurikens for armor, but you're considering going Exploding Ballista for the ridiculous damage? Yeah, and the nice AoE with it. Definitely recommended. Ballista is a ton of fun. You mentioned Beastmaster. Which version of Beastmaster can you recommend for a new player? Just playing with minions. Play with wolves. Use upheaval. With upheaval and just building into wolves, like, gonna have a great time. Run through it all. God, I need Transplant. Let me go. Hey yo, what's up, Tunu? How you doing today? Do you need to save all uniques? How do you know which ones you can sell? I would definitely save the ones with the most LP after that. Just look at the rules, get the ones with the best rules. You don't need more than one of each, that's for sure. So just save the best one and feel free to sell the rest. Dear God, not only do we got motorcycles, we got helicopters today. It's busy outside today. Might need to close that window. Could you do a run with a dungeon skip? How do those work exactly? Yeah, I can show you exactly how those work. They're relatively simple. There's 3 dungeon keys that will allow you to skip through. The first one's going to be in the ruined era. When you get past the council chambers and head east, you'll need a lightless arbor key. Instead of going to cultist camp, you'll just go up here to the north. Go to lightless arbor. You do the dungeon, come out the other side. It takes you to the corrupted lake, which I believe puts you at the risen lake. It puts you somewhere out here, or it should. I haven't done it myself, but you skip chapters 2 and 3. You'll be in chapter 4, so you'll be Outcast Camp or somewhere in here. If you have a Soul Bastion key, once you're in chapter 4, you can do Soul Bastion, which you do here. That will bring you out to, it should start you, I assume, at the gates of Solarum. I don't know if there's another map, if it's down here somewhere. It should start you at chapter either 6 or 7. I believe you skip either 4 and 5 and start 6, or it skips you 5 and 6 and starts you at 7. But once you get to Heoboria, then after that, you can go back to Imperial Era, I believe it is. And then actually in Ruined Area, you'll go to, so here, you'll go down here. You need to get to the Ruined Coast. So you'll go to Imperial Era, you'll go Shining Cove, which will then take you to Ruined Coast, Temporal Sanctum. You do the Temporal Sanctum, that skips chapters 7 and 8, and brings you right up here to the start of chapter 9. So basically, after you complete the dungeon, you just walk through the doors at the end, and you'll be like 2 chapters ahead for each one. Soulfire takes you next to the arena. Oh, is that where it is? Okay, yeah. So it takes you to chapter 7. If it takes you to the Champion's Gate. Yeah. I assume the frame rates, if you're still getting bad frame rates right now, refresh. My video's done uploading, so you shouldn't be getting drops in the FPS anymore. But 1 second, I do need to publish the video. Actually, I lied, I can't publish it yet. It still has to do its checks. But it is done uploading, so we're back to being speedy. Would love to finally be able to play online, but the EU servers are still not letting you log in. Change zones, you're in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why the EU servers, maybe there's just way more people trying to get on it. Maybe they just need to start a second server over there, I'm not sure. Refresh queue, now you're at 9,000 plus. Oh god. You're not getting in today. You're going the wrong way, bud. Dun, dun, dun.
This way. You're here to help. The drink.
I am here to help.
Tread carefully.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Chapo. Welcome, welcome. Good, found you on YouTube 2 days ago. Finally can catch me live. Nice. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube videos. I'll have plenty more of them there for you. There seems to be a bug on the Bleed Overload. When it auto-casts, it doesn't seem to use the Riplet skill tree. That's weird. It should. It should definitely use the skill tree. That is weird that it's not. Definitely a bug. We were going to build around that, so I really hope it's not bugged. With the changes to the Mad Alchemist Ladle, are you still using that for endgame? You can go back to a staff if you want. I'm still using it. It still does great damage. I mean, you're getting 48% more damage out of it instead of, 100%, but it's still good.
Not here. That should hold.
Especially if you have LP on it. If you get LP on it and get like spell critical strike chance and crit multi, it's still really good. But you can definitely just rock a two-handed staff if you want. It should be, but no HP or mana from the casting. You were testing it while using Ghost Flame. Not getting the orbs, huh? Weird. I don't think the orbs have to be directly cast. That'd be one thing I check, is see if the orbs say only on direct cast. I don't think it has to be though. I'm pretty sure you can get it on indirect cast. Sell / throw away all uniques without LP. Yeah, if you have multiples of the same, just keep the one with the best rolls, and you can get rid of the rest. You're eventually gonna want all your uniques to have LP. I mean, unless it's a super rare unique, but if it's a super rare unique, you're not gonna have multiple of it, or unlikely will. Bum bum bum. They do not work on indirect cast. That would be the problem then, or it does not specify. Oh my gosh, come on, Wandering Spirits, get it done. Go in. Oh my god, so much faster than the other day. Just need those Wandering Spirits to shoot out their poison, and we'll be set. Hi, which one is more suitable for bossing? Paladin's Judgment Aura, Paladin's Electrify, or Holy Trail Aura? Ooh, I would probably go for Holy Trail. That would probably be the one I'd want for bossing, just because you can spend a lot more time standing in the healing.
Sure you have questions, but let me first check and make sure that
the Judgment one's going to be pretty good too. I mean, it just does massive damage, so. Alright, disappear, bud. Yep, he's a goner. Wait, do I need to talk to you again? There we go. There we go. It does not specify, which means that it should. Yes. It should if it doesn't specify. If it's not, I would guess that it's a bug. I mean, an orb is drawn back to you. I don't know if you took the one where it only targets minions, so perhaps you're just not noticing it. Oh, the mana, I should tell you, the mana one is direct cast, so you're not going to get the mana back. The mana is direct cast. The orbs themselves, though, with the health you should get. Unless you converted it to ward, and then it's ward you'll get. But yeah, the mana is only on direct cast. Do you already have the guide for Warlock? I do not. That's why I can't pin it or link it. I do not already have the guide. Once we decide if we're going to go Bleed or Torment at the end, I can link a Maxroll one or something tomorrow, but today we're just getting to 76 and just making a leveling guide out of it. Alright, I think... let's post this bad boy. Public. There. No more uploading. No more of that nonsense. Get that out of there. Ba-da-ba. Yo, dude, you're playing Swarmblade Lightning. What would you recommend to get to replace the Avarice gloves? For gloves with the Lightning, I don't think there's a unique that you're going to use in that slot. I would just get a pair of gloves that have like hybrid health on it. Just stack a ton of health. Bum, bum, bum. You're just effing blind to the mana? Yeah, it happens. I misread the tooltips all the time. I always mess up on them. Why can't you log into your high level character, but you can log into your low level one? Perhaps in different starting areas, and one area is facing a lot more latency than the other. That would be my guess, but I don't know. Ouch. Bum, 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 bum. Ends here. Let's go, wandering spirits. We need some cooldown. I really need a potion. Potion would be nice. Or not, you know. Don't die. I need the potion. That was close. Dude, we're getting some sick stuff already. Oh yeah. Just need a better wand at this point. Two-handed staff would be nice. Actually, hold on. Now we got a relic. We have a staff with 8 spell damage. That's a steal. Let's go. So that just means the channeling cost reduction nodes in Ghost Flame are basically mandatory then. Yeah. The other way, there's another way that you can do it. For me, when I was doing Ghost Flame, what you want to do is you want to have it proc the Marrow Shards, and the Marrow Shards can give you mana back. And that one does not have to be on direct cast. If you go down to the bottom right side of Marrow Shards, you can get mana back. You can infinitely sustain your Ghost Flame with that, because you proc so many Marrow Shards that as long as you're hitting enemies while you're channeling, you'll be able to sustain it. Well, the leech the gloves have is the only reason you haven't dropped them yet. Yeah, I would keep it. You said you were playing what? The Lightning Swarmblade? If I recall, you're doing melee damage with that, right? If you're doing melee damage, just get a pair of gloves with melee damage leeches health. I don't remember if that was spell. I'm pretty sure it's melee damage. And you can get melee damage leeches health on gloves. So that and hybrid health should be way better than Avarice. Yeah, that does help, but it's not enough to 100% to sustain. Yeah, as long as you're hitting enemies, it was working for me. I don't know if anything's changed since I played it, though. I was going to do an update at 8, but I think we will wait until 9. Just so we can spec into Transplant. I should actually check when we get Spirit Plague. We might do Spirit Plague next. I don't think we get it for like a few more levels. And we're running, and we're running. I'm gonna laugh. The one time we don't do hardcore, we're actually gonna like survive through this nonsense. This is ridiculous. Peace. It works, just not enough if you don't have those nodes. It almost feels like they're wanting you to stack a dump on enemies and then run around waiting on mana. Yeah. They introduced the mana on two-handed staff. I don't know if you're using a one-handed one, but the mana, the flat mana and the mana regen that you can get on your weapon now might help offset that a bit, so it doesn't feel so bad in between stopping and going. But yeah, it's a lot like the mage, where like you dump a lot of mana like with elemental nova channeling, and then you gotta wait or focus. It does feel a little clunk. Ouch. That was almost the end of me. His body is legitly blocking me? His body is legitly blocking me from being able to go and grab a potion. I don't like that. You should be able to get through him at least to be able to pick up the potion. What is this nonsense? I don't know where we just went. Hopefully we didn't go backwards. No, we're good. Another build you gotta try is the stinging beams part of the tree. You're not 100% how it works. Yeah, I haven't tried that either, but it should look really sick. I would assume that, how many times can you proc them per second? I think you can up their frequency as well. Like, I think they'd be a lot of fun. Depending on how much damage you can get them to do, and I'm pretty sure, can't you stack the flat spell damage of it with like int or something? Like, it should be pretty good. Burned. Ouch. Minions are doing better than I am. Why are they not taunting at all? Run away. Bum, bum. And success. Which flat do we have on that one? 9? I will take 9. We also want... I don't really want necrotic, but let's just go spell damage. Assuming that I have it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got some spell damage. All right, now we're flying. Can't really tell though if the ward cost is the one you keep the buff or if it's the per second, but as a dot you saw the beams doing like 300 each, and that was without a sword. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't played with them at all, so I'm not 100% sure how great their damage is or how well it scales.
Let's head back to camp. I must reach.
Can I link you an item you found crafted on the ground compared to what you're using? Bleed Warlock is hard to tell if something is an upgrade since dot damage isn't calculated. I'm working on a Bleed Warlock. You can link it, but basically for Bleed Warlock you want increase the physical damage, increase the spell damage, int, damage over time. Those will be the main stats you want. You respect so much just testing things. Yeah, that'll happen in the end of game. Can't blame me at all for that.
This is what's best for us
all. Yep. You're level 40 and got Curse of the Perseverance. Nice. That one's great for Hungering Souls. We won't be using that though. Come on. Come on. Take me to the new area. Okay. Thought we were gonna bug out. Yeah, but necrotic skills +1 and damage. If you're not playing Hungering Souls, you're just doing necrotic skills. Yeah, it's good for leveling. I don't know if I wouldn't keep it like early to mid end to game, but for leveling it'll be all right. Dude, check out this worm. Wait, where does the worm eat the dude? Somewhere up here. The armor knot of Ghost Flame is bugged. It doesn't convert your dodge. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't played with it enough. I'll keep that in mind. I still don't know if we're actually going to go that route. Just going. Extra potion. Rampaging is a pain with all the server lags and landscape bugs. Yeah, I can only imagine. I feel like once you get monos, it shouldn't be nearly as bad though. Forward, how come in the Ballista build they don't use Earthen Stand and use Flight of the First? I don't know. I haven't asked. I'm not familiar enough with the build to know why they do it. I assume Flight of the First is probably used. I'm pretty sure it gives you 100% critical strike avoidance, and it's probably used to boost the Ballista's damage. Because 100% CSA gives you the 150% crit multiplier. That would be my guess on why. But outside of that, I'm not 100% sure.
Yes. God be with
Bum, bum, bum. All right, hold on. Spirit Plague is 15 points up. We've only got 10. That's 5 more levels. I guess for now we'll just spec into I don't know. Do we want to do Rip Blood? I kind of want the Rip Blood with the Blood Spatter chance. Yeah, we'll do 1 point there and then we'll swap it later. Alright, our 8 points here. Cap out the Forbidden Knowledge. Then that armor would kind of be nice early. We're going to go with the Vitality. Alright, travelers, we are now level 9. Time to specialize into our second skill, which will be temporarily until about level 13-14 when we can spec into Spirit Plague, but for now we're going to spec into Rip Blood. But first, the character sheet. Again, Void Resist and Physical Resist are the two main types you're going to encounter here in Chapter 2, so work on those as fast as you can. Get them as high as you possibly can. For skills, we got 3 more points for Wandering Spirits. We're going to go ahead and throw 2 points into Souls of Rage for that to damage and spirit to move speed, 1 point into Poisoned Minds, and then the next point, the Spectral Puissance chance, we'll have them start shooting out their Spectral Puissance, wow, I cannot say that for the life of me, which will give them the projectile, so they will actually hit from range as well as with their hit bodies, which will be really nice for damage. For our second skill, we're going to go ahead and go Rip Blood for now until we get Spirit Plague, and for Rip Blood, 1 point into Eviscerate for that blood splatter chance, just so we can get some AoE out of it, which will be nice for speed running through the campaign. For passives, we got 8 more points. We're going to cap out the Forbidden Knowledge for all that int and necrotic res, and then the last 2 points both into Stolen Vitality for the Vitality, which also gives us necrotic and poison res 1% each, which is nice. And then for the inventory, again, just get a two-handed staff. Spell damage, necrotic damage is going to be your biggest boost to damage at this point until we start doing bleeds, and then we're going to want to scale spell and physical damage, as that's what we'll be applying, as well as bleed on hit. For everything else, again, just get the resistance you need, again, in this area. Void resist and physical resist are the main things that you want. But that'll be it for this update. I'll see you guys at level 13 when we spec into Spirit Plague. Baked. Thanks for that 100 bits, man. Much more. How was the Dive Bomber? Dive Bomber is going really well. I played it a little bit off, or not offline. I played it a little bit off stream last night. We're level 81 now with it, and I'm already an empowered, and it's just ripping through it. We'll play it a bit more after we get the Warlock done. It's definitely going to be my end game farmer. I enjoy it a ton. What's up, Classic? How you doing? Wither before me. If you had to pick one spec that has good AoE clear and high mobility for Monos, what would you pick? One build that has great like AoE. Oh, there's several of them. I'd probably go Shadow Daggers, Hydra, Ballista. Dive Bomb has good AoE clear. Hydrahedron's really good. Yeah, those would probably be my top picks. You've been playing along with me, but you're going with Explosive Zombies Necro is your second character. Nice. Yeah, we won't be going zombies, not in this one. Full bleed. If you want to push the highest corruption for your Ballista build, do you think you should get rid of the Abomination chest and use the low life once you get to endgame for high corruption content? The Woven Flesh isn't bad. It does give damage to the Ballista. The playstyle of that one to push high corruption is basically you just want to have the Ballistas in front of you clearing the whole screen before you even get there. I mean, that's ideally the whole point. It doesn't really matter what chest you wear, but again, the Woven Flesh, that CSA gives your Ballista another 150% crit multi. So, you can one-shot things with Ballista. That's what's going to push you up in corruption. Blow everything up before they have a chance to see you. Just whichever chest you use, just make sure you get tier 6 or ideally tier 7 decks on it. So you will want LP. Doing the Fisher Chaos Bolt. We won't be doing Chaos Bolts. We might, but ideally we're just going to be running Chthonic Fisher for its bleed, as well as Rip Bloods with the bleed overload, and then Spirit Plague with lots of bleed for that as well. We may do Chaos Bolts, or we may go Profane Veil. I haven't decided which way yet.
Come on, drink water for once.
Yep, not a problem. Level 79 Torment Warlock and one timeline away from Empowered. It's your highest character in LE so far. Nice. Yeah, when we get into the Empowerment, we'll probably switch from Bleed and go Torment. Torment has some nice interactions, like scaling infinitely. Well, not infinitely, but no cap on the necrotic res. So damage should be pretty good with it. The Fishers can auto-cast the Chaos Bolts. Yep, they can. I have to look at Chaos Bolts again to see how much bleed chance is in them. We may just have the Spirits just do Damned on hit. But if Chaos Bolts had bleed on hit, we might do it as long as we don't have mana issues and just have them proc and do even more bleed for us. I haven't like memorized the tree yet. Mate, thanks for the Prime sub, Verlesson. 3 months already, huh? Nice. Much appreciated. Found my videos a few years ago. Glad to see I'm back with the game. Now that it's finally out, yes. That is why we're back. We were waiting years. Glad to be back. Totally enjoyed it. How do you unlock empowered monos? Right now you just keep doing each mono until you unlock the next. To unlock the empowered ones, you do the top 3 level 90 ones, and then you go back to the center after you complete them. And that will, you touch the chest in the middle, and that will unlock empowered. Also, thanks for that Prime sub. HK Doctor on 3. Much appreciated, man. Also, you know this is a pretty silly, but it's pronounced Thonic Fisher. Yeah, I like the K. Several people have said that. But if the C is quiet, and it's Thonic Fisher, wouldn't that mean that chaos is just os? It's os, osbolt. Those damn silent C's. But you good? Yep, no worries. Bum 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 bum. Booking. Hayos bolts? Is that what it is? Depending on how you pronounce it, it might come out as ass bolts.
I see.
Gold won't save you. The blade might. Stay safe out there.
Go on then.
Go on then.
You.
Got me a lady of the house? No, I'm at my sister's. That's my brother-in-law.
The gods have long left this.
I have a couple of dogs here though. Oh, dude, a hybrid health idol right off the bat.
Be safe.
Good rolled. That's a steal. That's hands down a steal right there. Ignite Warlock is also utterly insane if you can sustain the mana. Dude, I imagine any of the dots is, but yeah. Bleach should be pretty sick. He does not play Last Epoch. He'll try it here eventually. I think right now he's really deep with his friends into a Dungeons and Dragons game. They've been working on it for months. I think he's really tied into that right now. We're over 12,000 in queue now after refreshing. Yeah, you're going. Stop refreshing. Can't stop picking up all the uniques. What are you supposed to do with them? I mean, I store them. It's always cool when you open up your stash tab and you have like a whole tab of just the same unique. You got 50 of them just to show how much you've been grinding. Just become a total hoarder. Run, run, run. Bum, 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 bum. Epics? You mean exalteds? Or not? I assumed you meant uniques. You have 8 tabs hoarded. Must be exalteds. The purple ones? Yeah, exalteds. Exalted items. I only pick those up now. I mean, you end up with a ton of tabs of them. I tend to only pick up the ones that have affixes that I know I'll use. So if it's like a tier 6 or tier 7, like dodge rating or something, I'm probably just gonna leave it. Dude, it's so much nicer having blood splatter for that whole AoE. Just die already. How many passives do we got? 4? Oh my god, we need one more passive point. I wanted Spirit Plague before we went in here, but oh well. We'll do another level. Bum bum. You really want to play the game? You got yourself a permanent arm problem, so playing games is a bit of a pain. What build you recommend for someone who has a chronic hand, arm, and shoulder pain? Also, something comes in mind with a guide to said build somewhere. Thanks a bunch. I'd go with an auto-casting build, so you only have like a one-button build. I mean, I play Auto Bomber. I'm assuming you have a keypad on your keyboard, so you can auto-cast. You play with controller? I've heard Auto Bomber doesn't work very well with controller. I've never played on controller, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, off the top of my head, I wouldn't have like any real insight on what the best build would be to do. My guess, if you just want a one-button build that you just push and hold, I would just go the infinite spinning Echo Warpath for the Void Knight. That would be probably the easiest, most single button pushing build that there is. Dun dun. A Shroud of Obscurity. Not gonna happen, bro. That is a much nicer staff. Oh, I can't wear it yet. We're one level shy. Warpath, Ghost Flame, any of the channeling abilities really? Yeah, there you go. Warpath's probably the best. What's up, Dr. Brazilianaire? How you doing today?
Companions, I please stop him.
So I'd like my elemental res.
What? Goodbye. Bah.
And we're going. Guys, it took us 5 hours on launch day to get this far. We've got here in under 1. Cooking. Speaking of which, I actually want transplant so we can cook a little more. Speed run? Yeah, not even close. We're already half an hour behind that. We're not speed running. Not in a leveling guide. We are gonna go much faster than we normally go though. I would like to get this 1 to 76 guide done completely in under 12 hours. The Weaver Will item, should you wait to use at higher level or better stats? It's all completely random. It's not going to matter what level you do it. Best bet is throwing it on while you're leveling and hoping that you just get good stats. It's completely random. Whether you're level 5 or level 100, you can still have the same chance at like them randomly updating to a tier 7. Your death has come. We'll accept a silver ring. Slap it on and pray to my Jesus. Yeah, pretty much how it goes. And then when you get the really nice affix and it comes out at tier 6, tier 7, you'll feel like a god. I actually have a couple that we probably should throw onto this build while we level. Alright, now it's time for Spirit Plague. I understand. Spirit Plague. The real question is, do we want to go straight for the spell necrotic damage per int? Or do we want to get straight into the bleeds? I think we're gonna go straight bleeds. 2 and 1. Get that global damage over time, get the bleed, get it all going right off the bat. Once you get bored with the Warlock, you're gonna try Gathering Storm Shaman. Yeah, get it. Any use for the Scavenger unique? Probably really good for leveling, but that's about it. Should you follow a rogue leveling build, or can you go straight for the endgame build on Maxroll? I would probably follow the leveling. You can work towards the endgame. It just might be a little clunkier, but you can definitely do it. Alright, Travelers, we are now level 13. We have enough passive points to unlock Spirit Plague, so we're going to swap that out for Rip Blood. So we're going to cover that again in this area. Void Resist, Physical Resist, the main things that you want to get. For skills, we'll do them right after we do passives. We got 7 more points here for passives. We needed 5 for Spirit Plague. We're going to go ahead and throw 6 of them into Stolen Vitality for all that vitality for us to give us increased health and everything that we need. And then we're going to go ahead and put 1 point into Blood Aura for increased damage. And again, this will get us Blood Pact, will give us a ton more damage, which will affect the dots we do, the ailments we do, and of course just the straight spell damage. And then for skills, we got 1 more point for Wandering Spirits. We're going to go ahead and put that into the Spectral Putrescence so that they now shoot out those projectiles, poisoning on hit. For Rip Blood, we're going to despecialize this and now specialize into Spirit Plague. And the first thing we want to start working towards is getting all of the bleed stacks. So we're going to throw 2 points into Pestilence so that we get global damage over time every time that we use the skill. And then of course work up towards those bleeds next, as well as getting the Plague. The Spirit Plague, the Plague, and the bleeds will give you a ton of dot right off the bat. And then again, for your weapon, get a staff with as much spell damage as possible. Increase spell damage, increase physical damage, increase necrotic damage are going to be the main stats you want right off the bat. For everything else, just get the resistance and health you need to survive and to keep going. And that'll be it for this update. I'll see you guys at level 20 when we spec into our 3rd skill. Oh yeah. Now it's time to go. What's up, Prem? How you doing today? If you can ever get back into the server, you'll do it. Yeah. Remember, we used to be able to give Urza's Ledge either or Artem at Urza. Why you can't choose the Artem for the alternate reward? You should be able to. You just talk to the other guy. You can get Gambler's Fallacy still. Yep. You can get either or. It doesn't matter who you talk to. Also, thanks for the Prima sub, Ashka. Much appreciated. Thanks for the guides. Hey, glad you're enjoying them. To level up skills, should you cast them and then level up even if you don't use them? As long as they're specialized, it doesn't matter whether you use them or not, they gain experience. Yeah. They passively just gain it. They'll all gain equally. It doesn't matter. Lord. Doesn't matter whether you're using it or not. Last time. The question dialogue is not available from other NPC. That's weird. I know that I've already gotten both online, so they shouldn't be bugged or anything. I got the Gambler's Fallacy with the Dive Bomb Falconer, and today we got the Avarice. You had the same problem? I don't remember there being 2 different quests to do, but then again, I just kind of do all the quests and then I go back to Council Chambers and then I can pick which one I want. Perhaps there's like one more part of a quest that wasn't done. You could only get the gloves? Weird. You got a lunge question for me? What do you got? Thanks for that prime sub. Good father. 3 months. Nice, you're cooking. Thanks again. Bum, bum, bum. That build is the dive bomb one that we were playing. I don't have a warlock guide out yet, so I can't give you this one. By tomorrow we should be able to, though. Does the frailty on hit work with a blade stream, so all targets get frailty? It should. I'm pretty sure the frailty in there, when you click on it, it should say all lunge hits. It says, I think it just says frailty chance. If it doesn't say just the lunge hits or the lunge melee hits, and it says, like, if it's a general one, it should be anything that lunge does. I assume. I could be wrong, but I don't know the exact words. It says lunge's final hit? Okay, so it's just the final hit then. I assume Blade Stream does the melee damage along the path, right? I'm trying to remember what that note even does. It wouldn't get it, then it would only be the final hit. Yeah, lunge hits all targets. Yeah, those wouldn't apply it then. I believe it would just be the final hit at the end that would apply the frailty. Oh. So much nicer when Ripblood was giving us health back.
Gods, Terra watch over you.
I need that spell damage leech. 10 more points. Good. But then the frailty would only apply to your actual target. Yeah, it'll only apply to that final hit, according to the wording there, anyway.
Stay back.
Oblivion. Your login queue has actually started to move? Nice. You shall get in today. Eventually. At some point. Seven years later. Ooh, Samar Weaver's Will.
Seems he failed to handle the void.
That's actually really tempting to use right now.
For their mighty
We're not doing any elemental damage, so actually I can't even wear him. Never mind. One more level. What is the idea? Black Sun Blessing for Locke. Probably spell damage leeches health. Assuming that you're playing not a low life build.
You seem a little disorganized. He might be. Stay safe.
Dun, dun, dun. That would be my best guess. Mate, what is the best loot filter for Fire Wrath Necro right now? LA Tools has tons of them. What to pick? I would probably go to Maxroll and pick the one on Lizard IRL's Fire Wraith Necro. That's probably the one I would go for.
You've woken. If you then
Oh, we finally have a Warlock.
focus on the potential
35% necrotic and fire res, 5% more damage per curse on the target. That's just nuts. I confirm. And we now have Chthonic Fissure. This is gonna get nutty. Let's put Wandering Spirits over here. Chthonic Fisher here. I need more mana.
See that you are still you. That strength will be necessary if our world.
Woot, you got it as an option? Nice. You see those spirits again? I really want you to go channeling spirit build again. It was fun to play. Yeah. I never really liked the channeling version of it. I just don't like not being able to move. But wait, can you get both now?
You may find a treasure, my friend. Stay safe.
Nope, can't complete that one.
Thank you.
I thought I was gonna get both for a second.
Old passage to the
Gods be with you.
I will dispel.
Let's be with you.
Greetings. Do not dwell on
May
me.
I tear a smile upon you? Farewell.
Farewell. Let's go. That's the one downside. To see the army just wreck everything makes up for it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're going slow. Oh, we're in. Just getting scared there for a minute. You don't know how you got to load into the end? You can't get the risk. Can't get the risk to portal me there after you kill the boss. The rift to portal you there. I think you just have to wait. Oh, whoa. Stop it. There goes all my mana. I need more mana. Dude, the fissures just melt everything. Oh god. Too easy. Bum, bum, bum. The Fissure is insane? Dude, yeah, the Fissure unspec just right off the bat is insane. A little bit of mana regen and we'll be stoked. Bum bum bum. Yeah, that's nuts. You've been trying to connect for the last 30 minutes now. Got any recommendations for the Jack of all trades master of Non for 1.0? With a baby and all, you probably have time to commit to one character. It doesn't have to be any of the new masteries. The funnest one to play. Rune Master's really good. The Warlock's really fun. So is Falconer. I'd say any one of those 3 new masteries you're gonna enjoy a ton. Yeah, they are why the Ignite goes so hard. You can double Fissure, consumes the Infernal Shade to double its Spirit Release. Yeah, that's ridiculous. We're not gonna go Ignite though. We're gonna try and stick with just Bleed. Bleed until we Torment. Too easy. The Wrathlord build for Necromancer is now the strongest build of last epoch, you think? You think so? I need that helmet. I want to try it. I want to know what it looks like. I want to see how powerful it is, and I want to see it shoot out beams. Like, it sounds sick. You're in now? Nice. Hit it. Just letting you know, your game on Tube is Diablo 3. I don't know why it links that. Like, it's so weird. In the Streamlabs settings, it should specifically be doing Last Epoch. I don't know why it goes to Diablo 3 every time. It's beyond weird. There must be a hidden setting somewhere. We're just trying to pull in the Diablo crowd. Wither. You want Rune Master not to be gender locked. Most people don't want any of the things to be gender locked. Unfortunately, they can't redo that much modeling at the moment. There a video up of it? The Warlock Torment one? Afraid not. I don't have one up. I don't know if someone else does. I think Maxroll has some in-game build guides based around it. I think one is Torment. Nope, the Wrathlord? Oh, I haven't seen a video of that either. I'm sure by this point somebody's had to have put one together, but I haven't searched for it. I kind of want to be surprised by what it looks like after we find the unique. Anyone having issues connected to EUS? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people can't get in. Long queue lines. There were some fun conversations on the topic of the Steam forums for that one, I can imagine.
Greetings. Farewell.
Farewell. It's all good, you found me? Yeah, perfect. I'll have to, yeah, I'll figure that one out. There's gotta be a hidden setting somewhere, which is weird because my channel has never done a Diablo 3 video and never been associated with it. So why it pops it up, I don't know. It's very weird. Oh, I don't have void res. Wait, that had void res? Yeah, that's what we want. What I really want is some spell damage leech his health. That would be amazing right now. Ellie is peaking with players at the moment. Have we broke? Ow. Have we broke 250,000 yet? Although the only bad thing is you have to be level 65 to wear it. Well, I mean, it is an endgame unique. It makes sense. How many passives do we got? 5? Wait, where's the leech? Actually, it's the bottom of the... Yeah, we want this. I thought there was more leech in here. It's all the way up here. That's too far. We're gonna have to throw some points in here. We can make it 3 more levels. We'll be all right. Just need that void res. Cold res. Cold res was definitely not the one that I wanted there. God, it really wants me to go cold. There we go. There's some void res. That'll do it. Almost capped. Capped on necrotic already? That's easy. Too easy. Bum, bum, 234k 2 minutes ago. Nice. Almost there. 250,000 would be pretty sick to break. If there weren't any server issues, I think we would already hit it. You see that if you LP a unique, the Fortit lost his level requirement, or it's only certain ones? I swear there was a way to remove the level requirement, and I don't remember how. There is a way to do it. I don't remember. I don't remember how it was done. But it won't get any higher, or it shouldn't get any higher. Bum, bum, bum. Finally, you're in. Nice. Where did all these mobs come from? They weren't here a minute ago. Give me a potion. I have no leech. Bum, bum, bum. Running monos, so should it be good now? Yeah, once you're in the monos, you're good. I did DC once when I was playing earlier. That was weird. I lagged out, but for the most part, it's pretty smooth in there. You haven't been able to get in for hours? Ah, just keep trying. Eventually, you'll get in. I know. It sounds like Europe is struggling the hardest right now, along with Central in the US. Hey, thanks for the follow, Shalom. Welcome to the channel. Leveling a bear out of mana, out of rage. Oh. Ow. I think that'll be the next thing that we level. I can't decide if I want to finally put together an auto bomber after this, or if we're going to do a lightning rampaging werebear. Dun, dun, dun. Thanks for the follow, Zach. Welcome to the channel. It finally went through in the end? Nice, yeah, you just have to... Sometimes you have to sit there and it doesn't tell you anything, and you're just hoping that it's going to go through. I'm so ready for the leech. Hello. Bum, bum. Oh, damn. That's what I get for looking away. What's up, body count? How you doing? Welcome back. Yes, I am back. And we are playing. We're almost there, damn it. Ah, this might have been a shortcut. That was the better way to go. Uh-oh, Land's starting in on the shots. This can't be good. Just wanted to say, you found all of your set items today. It made you smile. You remember making them years ago? Nice. Found all of them in one day, huh? I haven't found any of them yet. Alright, Lan, I'll give you your shot. Play the auto bomber? Nice. Get it. I kind of miss playing the auto bomber. We're only a couple more leveling guides away from being able to make one again. Cheers, Lan. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. And thanks for keeping that bot running and spamming, or not spamming, but banning the spammers. Cheers, man. Still going with the 1 hour cooldown? Yeah. Yeah, until we get the leveling guides done and we're just doing end game, we're gonna keep a cooldown on there. We're not gonna get things spicy yet. I have spammers? Yes. Yes, we do. How do you use Spirit Plague? Cast it. Aim at a target and cast. Spirit Plague's a dot skill, so when you cast it on an enemy, it's going to start doing dot tick damage. Yes. Click the button. Yes. I mean, it's not like an instant hit. You're not going to notice its effects like immediately, but you're going to plague your targets, and then when your targets die, those plagues will jump to like nearby enemies, so it's great for clearing. What's up, No Drive-By? Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well today. And our, we may look a little squishy, because basically we are a little squishy right now, but we should have Leech, but I haven't put the points in yet. The whole not having Leech really hurts. Okay, you know to click the button. Yeah, we know you know. But essentially, you're basically I don't want to use the word possessing, but you're just applying dots to the enemy. Curses and bleeds and poisons. Oh dear God, this isn't gonna go well. I need a half level. I don't think there's enough mobs in here to get it done. %, experience. I don't think there's enough mobs in here. We might reload this just to hit the next level to do an update before the boss. Otherwise, I want that leech. I want it bad. 20%. Oh my god. Hate that. Do you actually want the Twitch drops yourself, or do you get them regardless? I don't think I get them unless I'm watching other people, and I was watching some others. I don't know if I haven't even looked to see if I've actually gotten any of them yet or not, though. All right, we're gonna log out of here and log right back in, so that we can get this 5%. Unless we somehow get enough mobs here. Oh, no, that's not gonna do it. Oh, what do we got over here? We got some mobs. We might have enough over here. No, there's only one. That's not gonna do it. Sad day. %3 shy. Bum, 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 bum. You ended up building a lightning cold shaman? Nice. So fire. Level 70. The end game really is so deep and rewarding. It is. Yep, lots of rewards. Lots of like choices that you get to make. It's nice. %. Come on. Thank you. Alright, now we get to spec into Chthonic Fissure. We get the Bleeds and Spirit Plague. Wandering Spirits are going to get some more damage. It's going to get poppin'. We get some Spell Leech. For Wandering Spirits. I think we're going to want the more damage. Kind of want the cooldown so we can just spam it more often. Yeah, let's do these 3 for the fear. Spirit Plague, we want 3 stacks of bleed. And then we'll put 1. I don't know if I want to put stacks of bleed on myself yet, actually. We do want this. Because, yeah, this gives us bleed chance, which will be perfect, especially for single targets. All of the spirits should apply bleed with this chance. And then for Chthonic Fissure, I kind of want this leech right here. Yep, we're gonna go this route. 2. Now we'll go 1 in the mana cost, make it a bit cheaper, and then go straight for that leech. Yeah, 1, 1, 1, easy. 8 points. 3 of them got to go in here. We're gonna go for the damage, and then for the leech, we're gonna spell leech it up. All right, yeah, we figured it out. Game plan on. Shots today. Yep, shots are active. I think somebody just did one, so it's on cooldown right now. Alright, travelers, we are level 20, which means we get to spec into our 3rd specialized skill. In this case, it will be Chthonic Fissure. But first, the character sheet. Again, we're in Chapter 2 right now. Chapter 2 and 3, Physical Resist and Void Resist are the main things you really want to go for. I've got the Void covered right now. I could use some Physical, but those 2 will keep you alive if you start getting them as high as possible. Work towards that 75% cap. For skills, we got 3 more points for Wandering Spirits. We're going to go 1 in Spirit Swarm, 1 point in Terrifying Presence, and then 1 point in False Courage, so that they get 12% more damage against enemies, and then their fear will last shorter, but this will also get enemies running away, which means they won't be attacking you, which will be really nice. And then that cooldown recovery, so that we can use it more often. That reduces it from 13 seconds down to just under 12. For Spirit Plague, we got 4 points here. We're going to cap out the Hemorrhage so that we get 3 stacks of bleed every time that we cast it. And then 1 point in Laceration, that's so we get chance to bleed to enemies that are afflicted by Spirit Plague. So if we're casting Spirit Plague and we have a Chaotic Fissure down and it has spirits that are going, all those spirit hits should be applying bleed with this % chance. Of course, all your other bleed chance elsewhere will also apply. And then for Chaotic Fissure, we have 4 points, 1 point into Fragile Crust to reduce that mana cost as well as give us some mana cost back. 1 point in Eradication for extra damage to rares and bosses, doubled if cursed, and 2 points in Grasp of the Undying to give us some Fissure Health Leech so that we can sustain our life, as we don't have any sustain at the moment, but thanks to our passives we will in a second. Before we can put any points into the other ones, we have to have 20 points in the Acolyte base class, so 3 more points here, all 3 going into Blood Aura for that increased damage. And then the 5 points we're going to spec into Lich first before we go Warlock, and put 5 points in Survival of the Quarrel so that we're going to leech a lot of the spell damage we do, and that'll keep your health full so that you'll have some sustain and be able to take some hits and keep moving. And then for the inventory, again, at this point for damage, you want a two-handed staff. On it, you want as much spell damage, damage over time works, physical damage works, and increased necrotic damage. Those 4 types will really boost the damage of the types that we're doing at the moment. For everything else, just get all the resistance and health that you can in all of your empty slots. And that'll be it for this update. I'll see you guys at level 28 when we put in some more points into our passives and skills. Bum bum bum. Oh, hold on. Guess we gotta talk to you. Alright, single target time. Damage check. Oh. Oh my god, someone? What? It's already been redeemed. You can't redeem it anymore. I'll tell you what, if we don't die against this boss, I'll give you another one. I'll give you one more. Kind of curious how this Fissure damage is going to do right off the bat. Well, it'd probably help if I actually hit the target. Oh yeah, that's some decent damage early. Won't say that it's the fastest we've ever killed this boss, but that definitely went quick. Let's go. Alright, I did say if we didn't die, I'd give you one, so that went smooth. That leech feels really nice. Can you do the next 1 to 76 as a Druid Werebear build, like Swipe or Cold Dot or whatever you think is strong? I'll be doing the 1 to 76 Druid Werebear, the Lightning Rampage. I really want to do that one, and that will be one of the next 2 leveling guides. I'll either do it next, or I'm going to do Auto Bomber, but I will probably do Lightning Werebear because it's just a ton of fun, so that'll probably be the route that I go. And I haven't updated Druid in forever. But cheers everybody, thanks for hanging out, and let's get to 76. Can't believe you're using Transplant for the 30 mana back. Oh god, it hurts. Yeah. It's actually not bad. That 30 mana back every time you transplant is pretty nice. We will probably end up needing it at some point in this build, but Transplant maybe end up being the 5th skill we spec into. I'm not sure yet. We might go Chaos Bolt next. I haven't decided. Cheers, Lightning Werebear. Can't wait to see that one. Yeah, it should go really smooth if it works out as well as I'm hoping. Really, you just got to stack strength, get some points into it. By level like 35, it should take off. I kind of want to wait till the servers are a bit better on it, though. I've heard that trying to channel Rampage isn't working the best right now. Yeah, you have just enough cooldown. You can almost sustain the Ghost Flame. You got lucky and have 2 mana efficiency idols. Nice. Yeah, that leech is so much nicer. Like, our health just stays full. I like it. I like it a lot. Bumpa, thanks for the follows. Bagram Brown and TSU Vash, as well as the Noodle. Welcome to the channel, guys. Hope you're doing well.
Death will not take me.
Rolling, rolling. Does Frailty work against bosses? Are we able to reduce their attacks or big AoE damage? Yep. The Frailty does stack 3 times on bosses. I don't know if it has reduced effect, but it does affect them. I think it works at full effect, so you definitely want it. A cursed seer work with low life. The 5-point part where curses are cleansed and you gained ward. Let me look. I don't think so. If you're already at low life and you have ward, you're not taking a hit at low life, and therefore it's not going to work. Yeah, cleanse all curses when reaching low life. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work for low life, because it's when damage leaves you below 35% health, and when you're playing a low life build, you have ward and you have the mechanic that's actually reducing your life, so you're not actually taking damage, and therefore it won't proc that. Oh boy. Bum bum bum. Am I sure? I'm almost positive of that. Yeah, you'll have to take the damage. Woody. Ooh. Thanks for the raid, man, and welcome everybody. What are you guys working on?
Come on, drink water for once.
But yeah, it's got to be damage that does it. The mechanic of having your health drain isn't going to do it. You finally gave up, huh? I heard you streamed for like 2 days straight. That had to be nuts. Welcome everybody. Can someone explain the second part of the upgraded Rune of Ascendance on items with circle rank 1, the rank 2 one? It means when you use a Rune of Ascendance and you upgrade an item for the unique, that you have a chance for that Rune of Ascendance to not get consumed, meaning you can use it again. You still get the unique, so you have a chance for like 2 uniques basically. Getting ready for the 400 corruption push. Nice. Pushing hard. Meanwhile, we're just leveling multiple characters. You must be having a lot of fun though if you're still playing. I assume the servers were working a lot better for you today. Woody is here, you've made it, yeah. But welcome everybody. Bum, bum, bum. 1 sec, I'll look. I'm not sure exactly what the rank 1 means. I don't think the rank 1 part means anything for it. But boy, we're gonna have follows going off. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Preserved when used on an item that requires at least circle fortune rank 1. Okay, so yeah, I didn't read that part before. Basically what it means is, so if you're sacrificing, say you have bows and you're using bows to get a unique, if that bow has a rank 1, or if it has any rank for COF, it's going to have that 45% chance to use it. So if you use it on an item, like if I used it on this that doesn't have a rank 1 or any COF rank, it's just going to consume the Rune of Ascendance. But if you have something that has a rank 1, which I don't think I have anything that has that, but if I did, you would have a 45% chance to keep your Rune of Ascendance. Keep that follower alert going. Yeah, that's going to be going off for a while. Just curious, only got 3 of these and you don't want to waste them. Thanks, yeah. I would wait till you have some items drop with that. The higher up you go, and the more endgame you get, the higher those ranks are going to start falling and the more often. Bum bum. For anyone curious on what we're doing, we are leveling a Warlock. We're going Bleed with it, so we'll go Chthonic Fissure, Spirit Plague, and probably Chaos Bolts. Just to get us into the end game as fast as possible, so that we can then switch over and do a whole bunch of necrotic spell damage with Torment. You're a new player for crafting. You need exalted items first to craft? No. You can craft any item. Any item with forging potential can be crafted. Doesn't have to be exalted. Use a Rune of Ascendance early because your leveling guide suggested it, and you got a 3 LP Arrow Guard. Nice. You're told the odds of that is nearly impossible. Yeah, getting a 3 LP that early is very rare. Especially since like LP kind of scales with your level. So yeah, getting it super early level is pretty badass. Thanks for that Prime sub, Jay. Much appreciated, man. Oh boy. I will say, one thing I was hoping they would have done and updated was they did not update the model for the Primeval Dragon. I was really hoping to face a new dragon. He is by far my favorite monster to face. And he doesn't count in Reign of Dragons. I don't like the necrotic version. I like the lightning and I like the fire. I don't like the necrotic. This is the build your friend is playing. How are you liking it? He seems to melt the single target. Yeah, I mean we're only level 22 right now. We're still leveling it up, but it should melt everything. And Warlock so far is a ton of fun. Absolutely love all the dots and everything that you can do with it. A lot of synergies between the skills. So many procs and secondary procs and triple area procs. We haven't even got into all the overloads yet either. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Quick travel. If you haven't played Warlock yet, I definitely recommend it. Dun, dun, dun. I'm almost... we're definitely leveling faster than we did with the Falconer, so far I am really leveling it, although I don't know if our Falcon was really that slow to level, or if it was just the fact that it took forever to transition between scenes. But today feels so much faster. You're playing Necro? Nice. Which minions are you using? Assuming you're doing a minion build with it. Have you found one that you like the most? I really want to get a Necromancer going. As soon as I find the Helm, the Dark Harbor, I want a Wraith Lord. I want one so bad. That unique looks sick. Only played the Marksman so far. You're a 1.0 Andy. Yeah, that's fine. Marksman's a fun class. I'm gonna guess, did you do a detonating arrow? Did you do a blast rain type build? I think that's where a lot of people went for the Marksman in the beginning. It looks, all those procs look absolutely satisfying. Yes, you did, yeah. I haven't tried that one yet, but it looks satisfying. A lot of procs. May you ask what's the main use of exalted items for crafting? Exalted items, the main use is one, they're powerful. They come with the most forging potential on drop, allowing you to do the most crafting on them. Exalted items also come with a minimum of at least one tier 6 affix. So like you can have you'll have at least one affix that's really powerful. And they can roll up to 4 tier 7s, although that's extremely rare. And then the secondary one of that is once you have one that's crafted, absolutely almost perfect, you can then go to the Temporal Sanctum with a key, beat the boss Jorah, and then you can use the Eternity Cache to have a unique with legendary potential and combine it with that unique or with that exalted that you crafted, and take the affixes off of that exalted item and put them onto a unique. So exalteds are very powerful in this game. One, they have higher rolled stats, they have a lot more forging potential for more crafting, and then they can be combined with uniques. So that's why most loot filters, any loot filter you use is like gonna say show all uniques or all exalteds. It's because you want to see them. You want to know what affixes on them, and you'll probably want to combine it if it's a good one. So for endgame, you will mostly use exalted items? Yes. Almost any guide that you see that's true endgame and has a lot of best in slot is either going to have a legendary, which is a unique that's been merged with an exalted, or it's going to have exalted gear on. Because a tier 7 affix rolls twice as high as a tier 5. So you want to have as many tier 6 and tier 7 affixes as possible. Just way higher stats. Oh wow, you got a 6% to all res from Weaver's Will item, and you've still got 11 more points to go. Nice. It's gonna be a good one. The best one I ever got was the boots. I got tier 7 movement speed on boots with hybrid health. Yeah. By far my most used one. I put it on every character I play. Are you a guide writer for Maxroll as well? Yeah, I do write guides for Maxroll. And then my main thing is YouTube. I stream every now and then. But we enjoy the game so much that we make guides for basically everything we do. You're rolling with Skelly, Mages, Golems, Abomination, Exploding Zombies, and Dreadshade. Oh, you're going all out on minions. No transplant, no movement. One buff skill and all minions. I like it.
So much power.
Sounds like fun. When making a loot filter, is there a quick way to choose all affixes without clicking each category? You just click the main thing. You just click the box. Yeah, so when you're in the loot filter, I'm not even wearing one right now. I don't care which one it is. If you go into one of these, when it goes to affixes, assuming I assume you wanted all resistance, right? You can just check this box. None are clicked, and then you can click all, assuming that's what you wanted. If you mean like without like the added armor, just these resist, no. But if you just click this box, it's all of them. Which build or which mastery do I suggest for a casual player like you with the Acolyte? I mean, if you're a new player or just a casual, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not a huge fan of the Lich, but the Necromancer with minions, if you're a minion fan, is super fun, and the Warlock, which we're playing right now, is also a ton of fun. Either one of those I highly recommend. Lich is good too. A lot of people play Lich, but I don't enjoy it as much. Do we still get EXP penalty if you are more than 10 levels below the zone? I don't think that starts until you're in the Monolith of Fate. I don't think that happens in the normal campaign. I think that's only once you're in the Monolith of Fate that you have the 10 level cap for bonus XP. I could be wrong about that. Necro was so easy, no issues getting to monos in hardcore. Nice, yeah. Hardcore is definitely a lot safer when you got minions doing your bidding. Absolutely. Lich Sacrifice is still viable in 1.0. It is. I don't think it's ever been like the top build for Lich, but it's definitely still viable. Let's go, my Abyssal Fiend. Melted. Nice. I don't know if I missed any. If I missed your question and you had one, feel free to type it again. Your warpath is getting wrecked now in Empowered Echoes. What gives? How much leech do you have? Make sure you get as much leech as possible. And Empowered in 1.0 is a bit more powerful than it was in 9.2, so definitely make sure you got your resist, your critical strike avoidance up and whatnot. What is the best Rune Master build? Ooh, that's a tough one. Both Plasma Orb and Hydrohesion got nerfed a bit, but those are probably still like the top two best. I'm a huge fan of Hydrohesion. It was a ton of fun to play. Do you think Singularity is good in a minion build? My build doesn't use crit. Well, it also doesn't use hits. I mean, if it's just minions doing damage, Singularity doesn't affect minions. So I would say no. It's kind of useless. Hydra is fun as hell. Yeah, it is. Tons of fun. Anyone know a way to search your stash for tiers? Like show all tiers with tier 7? I don't think that you can search by tier. Bum bum bum. Again, thanks for all the follows, guys. Welcome everybody. Very active is Room to Master's definition. Yeah. And I haven't even played with all the invocations. I've only played like 5 of them. So there's 40 invocations. I'm sure there's even other like, you know, fun to play builds there. You finally dropped the Herald of the Scurry. Nice. Only at level 90? Hey, it's squirrel time. Get it done. Hydra Fusion got wrecked. They married up the lightning fence and flame ward with the the frost wall, giving you flame ward with a 12-second cooldown. You don't even need that though. That gave you so much ward. That was just an added bonus. You get so much ward without it that you'll be fine. Bum, bum, bum. So glad they changed this to where we don't have to go both sides anymore. What's the fastest way to help a buddy catch up to your level? Probably just have him teleport to you and follow you. Assuming that the level difference isn't more than 10, he should catch up to you decently quick. Glacier skill is so much fun. Yeah, it's a big bang, isn't it? Nothing like sending a glacier at your foes. Once you get that once you get to 100% crit and you have a ton of mana, so you're always at full mana with it. Yeah, it really pops off. And then when you get your mana under control, try putting on the unique Harbinger of Stars in the belt slot, and watch what happens with those meteors. It's pretty sick. The glacier build I put together never got to that point. I didn't spend enough time getting enough mana on it, but I wanted to get to the point where you're proccing meteors just all the time. Wither. You're 40 levels ahead? That's a little tougher. Your best bet for being 40 levels ahead is to... you're probably already in monos. I mean, you can have them follow you in monos, but they're probably going to get one shot all of the time. Just keep them a screen behind and make sure you're clearing everything. The bonus XP is kind of dumped, so it is going to take a while for them to catch up. I'm ready to have multiple fishers.
Come on,
one fisher's not enough. You're wondering if you should have just went Warlock? Dude, Warlock is... dude, we're melting stuff. If you even have to ask, I think you know the answer, right? Absolutely, you should have went Warlock. Ouch. You just got your first prophecy loot explosion? Yeah, nice, isn't it? It only gets better. Here's your water, Ibok.
Three again become one. On the precipice.
At what level do you transition to bleed physical gear? From what to what? You really enjoy Leech? sorry, not Leech. You enjoy Lich when it was you can stay in Reaper form forever. You've never been able to stay in Reaper form forever, but you could always stay in it for quite a while. I mean, it has an accelerating degen, so eventually it gets so fast that there's no way to keep in it forever. Could you help him with campaign with mobs his level, or do you nerf the XP form no matter what? I don't think you nerf the XP form, so if you run alongside him in the campaign, I'm pretty sure that he still gets whatever XP he would have anyways. So you can definitely just run along with him and make sure he, you know, speed runs through. I'm pretty sure. I haven't done that, but I'm pretty sure you can. Definitely will make it easier too, having somebody, you know, one-shot mobs around you. Oh, we need 4 more levels. Is Shatter a mechanic in this game, or anything like Elemental Pro from PoE? Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of experience in PoE, so I'm not sure what that skill does. When is it worth it to run Singularity? I don't think I've ever used Singularity in a build. So, like, basically never. I don't think I've ever seen a build that actually uses it. Ideally, theoretically, it would be best in a build that you just don't build into crit anyways, or you have something that's disabled crits, such as Glacier. In the bottom right of Glacier's tree, you have a no longer can do crit damage. If you have something like that, then Singularity would be alright, but again, crit damage is so much higher than Rhaegor hit, and you can build 100% on most builds. There's no point building into that. Chaos Bolt crit Lich feels amazing. You're doing 300 corruption without a death seal. Nice. That sounds pretty badass. Is there a way to check if you got all the passive skill points from the side quest? There used to be a way in beta. Opening up the map, unless something changed, you should be able to just open up the map and see all your quest. Maybe not. I don't know. I had my quest. My quests are gone now. There used to be all the quests there to see the ones you hadn't done yet. Bum, bum, bum. It's on bottom left. Oh, now I'm loading. Am I on offline? No, we're playing online. I think it was because I was loading. I hit shift and it wasn't letting me do anything. Shift. Shift is doing... Oh, okay. Only one shift works. Okay, now I've got them up. Yeah, you can see all your active ones. You can see the completed ones. I thought there was a list of uncompleted ones, but you should see all active. And then I believe if you've already done all the areas, I don't know if I can go back and it shows previous ones that I hadn't done. Yeah, these are just ones I need to churn in. I don't know if you can see ones, but if you do the whole campaign, everything should be in the list. You hit shift to hide? Yeah, apparently I hit shift to hide too. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, and as you click on each one, it'll tell you what the rewards for that one are. We're gonna need a better staff here soon. What affixes are best to look for for a necro build? You want to do poison, necrotic, dot damage. Do you want to do it, or you want your minions to do it? If you're wanting your minions to do it, you're gonna want to get anything with a minion tag. If you want yourself to do it, then just necrotic, spell damage, damage over time. There's gonna be what you want. There is a summary at the bottom. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go back and look. I don't pay attention to them because I never do all of them. Which one is easier to play, Falconer or Warlock? They're both pretty easy to play. They're both in a very powerful state, so you shouldn't have any problems with either one. Basically where my cam window is. Yeah, I had it down there, but one sec. Let me get out of here.
Death will not take me.
It was weird because it showed me the shift button down there and it showed me the space bar, and when I hit them it wasn't showing it to me. But hold on.
Your death has come.
Your death has come. Thanks for the follows, guys. What resistances you want for Lagan campaign? Lagan is going to be physical and cold. Might be lightning. But if you have your elemental covered along with physical, you'll be fine. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, just die already. Spacebar resets view, and shift hides. Killing me right now. Stop it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, the only other thing I have. Hold on, my face is hiding it here. I can't hide it. The only other thing you have here is like it'll tell you that for the passive point rewards I've done 9 out of 15. So somewhere there's more, but it doesn't actually show me the list of them. A study in time I know gives one. That's it. So the other 5 of them are probably in the next 2 chapters I haven't even completed. But you can have the maximum complete there. Thanks for that sub, Young Owl God. Much appreciated, man. Why would you want Dirty Merchant over the Circle of Fortune? You wouldn't. Everyone goes Circle of Fortune. Bro, you just got an offhand with 256% minion health. Nice. That'll keep your minions alive for a bit. I need leech. There we go. Give me some leech. This boss absolutely owned us in our first hardcore character with his Hungering Souls down here. I'm gonna own him this time. I say that as we probably go down here and die. But he shall. Bum, bum, bum. 1600 HP. You got your crit capped. You got your avoidance.
Yes, Godspeed with you.
Oh my god. No, he's still owning me. Oh, get out of here. Tell him to die. He just doesn't die. What is this nonsense? Oh, thank God. Yeah, that was our first hardcore death in the game. That didn't go well last time. Imagine minions versus Lagan, very much needed for the HP boost. Yeah, that beam will wipe him out instantly. Not everyone, you went to merchants because it's not about to refarm some of those super rares. I mean, you get so many, with prophecies, you get so many drops that, I mean, you basically get them like instantly. Ouch. Now that you're in monos, you're struggling to know how to gear endgame. You feel like you're just mindlessly unlocking monos to try and get uniques. Basically, just as exalted start dropping, make sure to look for some that have some tier 6, tier 7 affixes for what you need for your build. And once you're in monos, I'd pretty much recommend you have a loot filter on that sorts through them for you. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of items dropping, especially for Circle of Fortune. Currently following the leveling Bleed Warlock build, you just finished the Blacks and Moth. Did not get any of the needed uniques to switch to the endgame variant. Should you just stay in the 60th month and gear up until you push hard? Yeah, if you're struggling to kill things, yeah, you can just farm that one again and do the boss again to try and get the uniques that you need. If you're not having any issues, especially with survivability, yeah, feel free to go to the next timeline and keep working towards Empowered. Empowerment's going to have the highest drop rate for you. Stop it. Ouch. This isn't how the math works. Some items have sub 1% drop chance. The only thing COF is going to help with is getting really good exalteds. No. It definitely helps you find the uniques that you need. It definitely helps you target farm the uniques because you can get blessings. So say you have like a unique bow that has a 1% chance of being the bow that you need. Alright, well when you go normally farm, that means that unique bows don't drop all that often. And so a 1% chance is going to take a really long time to farm. Whereas you can go get prophecies, and in the same echo, you can get one prophecy to drop 4 unique bows, and you can have multiple prophecies proc in the same echo. Therefore, at a normal echo where you'd be lucky to even get 1 bow, you can have 10 plus drop in a single run. That's 1,000% plus chance of getting that bow. Like you can definitely up the odds and target farm exactly what you need. And with all those extra drops, you're more likely to get one with LP due to the other ranks that you have in there. It's good for exalted items and it's good for farming the uniques that you need. Circle of Fortune's very powerful. Especially the rank 10 where you duplicate all the prophecy drops. Bum bum bum. It's really good. Actually, it's good for like everything. It's good for idols too. With all the extra idols that you have drop as well. You can even like speed farm for the idols that you need for specific builds. Get out of here, Prophet. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my god. The cultist laugh gets me every time. Dude, these models are so much better than what we had. We need one more level and we can update. It's food for farming food uniques, but something like Omnis, it's super rare. You're not saying it's bad, it's just rather, I mean, where the fudge am I right now? Get me out of here. Even something as rare as Omnis, like, you can have so many more unique amulets drop that even if Omnis has a 0.1% chance, because you have 100 times more uniques, unique amulets dropping than you would in Merchant's Guild, you are technically 100 times more likely to get it. Or I should say that you're likely to get it 100 times faster than you would have. I guess that'd be the more appropriate way to word that. And prophecies are very, very easy to target for a very specific slotted unique. Especially once you get a whole lot of favor and can get your lenses and your greater lenses and very specifically farm for it. Oh, just die already. Nice fissure off into the, I don't think that's how that's supposed to look. Oh well. Whatever floats its boat. Bum bum bum. Yeah, the cold Voltus or changes are amazing. Yeah, they're so much better. Right, and some of those items take hundreds of hours of base. Again, if you like a more soulful playstyle, it's great, but it just didn't. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll get it much easier. Bum 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 bum. But again, if you had 100 people farming for you, and one of them listed on the Merchant's Guild, then yeah, you could technically, as long as you had the gold, get it just as fast. I think it really comes down to just how many people are playing on the Merchants and gonna list those items, and what price the gold is. But eventually, I don't think gold will be an issue for most people. Imagine the cost of rare items will be crazy. Somebody was selling a 3 LP Talons of Valor for apparently only 6 million. That's not too shabby. You need to use Ascendance on specific item types like Longbow to get Talons of Valor, or any bow will do. Any bow. Any bow will have the same chance. Boom, boom. I really want this last level. I want some more leech. We haven't had a new staff in a while either. I need a new staff, a little more damage. Circle of Fortune was the increased item drop rate. Yes, it has 10 different ranks, which basically has 10 different buffs. These, yeah, they're gonna come attack me. I can pop it open here in a second. Ouch.
Death will not take me.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, you summoned so many of those wraiths. Stop it.
Welcome, traveler.
Welcome. But yes, for the factions. Bum bum bum. So for instance, like, is the sound alert broken? Yeah, it's probably broken at this point. There was too many falls. It got overwhelmed. Just like the servers. Enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. Your idols, you have a 25% chance for 2 or more of the for idols to drop 2 of the same. Affixes are 50% more likely to be exalted, so you find exalteds more likely, and just the 35% chance to drop twice as many items is pretty potent. And then the big ones, you can have a chance to double the rewards. Uniques are twice as likely to have legendary potential, which is sweet. And then the big one, items from prophecies are duplicated. So when you go in and you take a prophecy that drops 2 uniques, say 2 unique bows, they then get duplicated, and you have 4 unique bows that drop, and then all of those bows are twice as likely to have legendary potential. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't have any prophecies yet, but it seems like I've played with it, and you get a lot. When you target farm a very specific unique, like, you get tons of that item type dropping. For super rares, obviously, you're just likely to find it within a few days, but it really just depends how much you target it. Where or how does total parry chance show up on the character sheet? I don't know if it's actually listed on the character sheet. I'm pretty sure you can only get it on weapons right now, and I think, like, I think tier 7, you can barely get into the double digits, if I recall. But I'm pretty sure it's not in the character sheet at all yet. Bum-bum. You need to go check your stuff. You have looked at it since you got to that point. Get it. Just bank everything and stuff it all into your... Yeah. The nice thing about having unlimited stash tabs, you can hoard it all. Can you get boss uniques from prophecies? Nope. You only get random. I mean, it does, if I recall, it's not... It's duplicating your drops, right? So if you have a prophecy that I don't know if there is one that actually has a boss drop twice its normal rewards, but if you said did, then it would double that. But no, the boss, you'll still have to kill the bosses to get that specific unique. But the other ranks will, like, it'll make that unique more likely to have LP on it. Those ranking rewards will affect it, but you'll still have to hunt that specific boss. Hey yo, got the new spine sword for 0 gold. Cost all your favor though. Nice. Get some flame whips. I played a little bit with the flame whips, and I don't know. I wasn't overly impressed with them, but they look cool as hell. And we are level 28. Can you reset your passives? Yep, just visit the Chronomancer. He's in the end of time, he's in the council chambers, and he's yeah, he's the person with the brain icon over him. Alright, what are we gonna do here? We got 11 passives. I need 3 more for the leech. That leaves 8 for the warlock. Oh, what do we want to do here? I don't feel like we need too much mana right now. I really want this bleed overload, so I'm gonna go for the damage over time. Let's go 5 here, 3 into the overload. We almost have enough for it. Continue with the bleed chance. I want more leech. Then we're gonna go for the spirit frequency. Alright. Alright, travelers, we are now level 28. It's time to put some more points into our passives and our skills, but first the character sheet. As you can see here, we're in chapter 4. Necrotic and physical are the 2 main things we're running into. I need some physical resist, but we have the necrotic capped out. Again, chapter 4, those will be the 2 main ones, so if you're having survivability issues, get those 2 up as much as possible. For skills, we got 2 more points for wandering spirits. We're going to throw them both into false courage for that more damage, for all the damage that they do. Then for Spirit Plague, 4 more points. We're going to cap out the Laceration so that all of our spirits coming out of Chthonic Fissure should have that 150% chance to bleed on hit, which will be really nice as long as we have a Spirit Plague on those enemies. So make sure you're casting it on all the enemies, especially your single targets, rares, and bosses. And then for Chthonic Fissure, we got 5 more points. We want to get all that leech that we can. So 2 more points in Grasp of the Undying. Then we're going to go up here for the Spirit Frequency, so 1 point into Fell Fire, and the last 2 points into Stygian Current. Hold on, we got to put 2 points in Fell Fire, and then 1 point into Stygian Current. And we want to cap out this to get as many spirits as possible, as they will apply all those ailments for us. And then for passives, we got 11 more points, 3 of which are going in the Lich to cap out the Survival of the Quarrel so that we have more spell damage, leeches health. And then for the Warlock, the last 8 points, we want to get to those Bleed Overloads, so we're going with 5 points in Spiteful Decay, and then 3 points into Cauldron of Blood, and the next 2 points will go here so that we have all that bleed chance, and then we can officially start with that Bleed Overload, which will be really nice. And then for the inventory, at this point, again, get a 2-handed staff with as much base spell damage as possible. Get increased spell damage, increased necrotic damage, increased damage over time. Those will be the stats you're looking for. For everything else, get your resistance and all the health that you need. And that'll be it for this update. I'll see you guys at 35 when we spec into our 4th skill. They look cool. That's all you care about? You're not a super corrupt person? Yeah. The fact that they whip all the enemies is sick. You got the Paranoia Helm last night. It's good with your Judgment Aura build. Paranoia is the Lunge Helm, right? It should be alright. I don't know if it's best in slot, but it should be alright. I need to see if these are actually applying the bleeds like they're supposed to. No, they're applying ignites? Okay, I can't tell. We need to get to a single target that actually has enough life. Everything dies too fast. Bum bum bum. You give tour guide vibes with my narration. I don't do tours. Never done tours in my life. I do like making guides though. Do you know a tornado build that might be kind of off meta but still viable? Do some fire tornadoes. I don't think they push super high. They kind of struggle once you get into corruption, but they look super cool. Ones that actually push high is storm bolts can be procced by tornadoes. When you have like every second you can have the lightning strikes, which now does storm bolts, so you can make a lightning tornado, which actually would be pretty good. Because storm bolt you can scale the damage pretty well, and it affects all sources of storm bolts. You also feel like seeing a lot more LP items after this patch. I mean, supposedly they nerfed the drop rate, so it could just be that having access to a shop that sells them makes it seem like there's more. Your death has come. Oh yeah, there's lots of bleeds going on in there. Pretty soon we'll get to do Hearten, and hopefully we absolutely melt him with all the bleeds, but we'll see. I need a new staff. You mean like the little ground drops? Yeah, that's weird, because supposedly they nerfed them, but you're seeing more? Maybe you're just getting some incredibly lucky drops. Thanks for the follows as they continue rumbling. Welcome, welcome everybody. Get it? Anybody in here found an LP3 or 4 item yet? I've only found a couple of LP2s, no LP3s yet. Why are some people saying the Lich necrotics are bugged? Not sure. I haven't played the Lich and I haven't been following any forum posts, so I'm not sure what the bug would be. You found 3 LP3 items so far in Merchant's Guild. Nice. What were they? Weaver Will counts? No, Weaver Wills does not count. Although, to be fair, if you found a 3 or 4 Weaver's Will, I think that's a sign of incredibly bad luck. That's like the worst roll you can get on there. Bum, bum, bum. You found several 3 LPs already with Circle of Fortune. I haven't got to play the endgame too much. We got heavily delayed the first 2 days with the servers. I'm sure by tomorrow we'll be doing a lot more endgame farming. Hopefully we can get some 3 LPs coming. Got a Weaver's Will with 9 and 13. The 13's not uber bad. It's not great, but yeah, you definitely want 20 plus. Everything has died. Nice. You got a 5 Weaver's Will Acolyte Relic yesterday, and it turned out fine. What'd you get on it? It all went to a tier 5 Bone Curse. Actually, that's not bad. Plus 2 levels. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's insanely lucky for how bad of a drop it was to begin with. 3 is not possible. You think 5 is the lowest? Nope, 1 is the lowest. It can roll anywhere from 1 to 28. Although I don't think I've seen one roll that low. I think the lowest I've had is like I want to say it's like a 7. I don't think I've had any lower than that. What do you think overall? Is Bleed or Torment better? I think Torment scales much better. Bleed is great for leveling, but Torment is extremely powerful in the end game. because it has a few scaling modifiers that you can scale kind of infinitely. I mean, they're soft capped, but basically you can just stack like a ton of necrotic res and get a ton more damage out of it. Oh yeah. Look at dude, look at all those bleed stacks. Yeah, it's definitely getting our bleed percentage. Damn. We just need twice as many spirits, right? Then we'll melt them. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Non-exalts can only drop 4 affixes, right? That's a confusing question. All items can drop like no affix. Like if that's a weird one. An exalted item can have just 1 affix. It just has to be tier 6 or tier 7. A rare item has to have 3 or 4 affixes on it that are below tier 6. And a magic item only has 2 affixes. So non-exalts can drop 4 affixes would automatically make it a rare item. You just had a rare have 5. The only way that I think you can have a rare drop with 5 affixes is if you do like a dungeon and you took one of the door options that made an item have a sealed affix to begin with. But normally out here in the wildlife, you're not normally going to encounter none of these like in the monolith and stuff. You're not going to have anything dropping sealed affixes. So things will only have 4. In dungeons you can get sealed affixes depending on what modifiers you took, and that's probably what you had. Was it from an exiled mage? Yeah, even the exiled mages won't drop more than 4 affixes, but you can seal it. But they won't drop a sealed affix to begin with. I'm like 99% sure of that. It came out of the chest. Is it a personal item? Personal items, I don't know what the endgame ones are. I haven't looked at all the personal items, but some of those personal items are pretty potent. Oh my god, don't die. Oh, Jesus. Weaver's Will has a number range of 5 to 20. Is it 5 is the minimum? Oh, that's crazy. That's what the Maxroll guide is wrong. The Maxroll guide's probably not wrong. They probably asked. I always thought it was 1 to 28, but if 5's the minimum, then yeah, 5's the minimum. Which is a weird number to be the minimum, but hey, it's better that than 1. I will accept it. Was just watched the build guides and had to hop on the stream. Great job. How do you get the crosshair cursor? Bought that on Steam. It's called a YOLO mouse. It's just an overlay. Oh dear god, we're gonna die in here. Getting way too many dots on us. You wonder if 5 always rolls a tier 5 then? That would be pretty sick. Test it. Find some more. In that case, you'd have to be pretty lucky to get a 5 could actually be considered lucky. God, those dots hurt. It was the big chest you can find around the maps with the exclamation point. It had a sealed and fixed in one of the Eternity caches, huh? Or not Eternity cache. What the hell are those things called? Are they Eternity caches? Whatever those big treasure chests are. I don't know if I've ever seen a sealed affix come out of one. But nice. Nice. Was it a good item? Oh dear god, just keep running. Just run. God, run. Oh my god. All those poison stacks. When can you start to pick self-bleeding things? When you think you can handle it. Basically when you think you can out-leech it. Right now, I have a lot of leech. Not nearly as much as we're going to have. And I am just barely out-leeching the poison and bleed that they're putting on me. I definitely do not want to put it on myself at the moment. But probably once you get to like the Black Sun, get the Blessing for spell damage leeches health. If you have a couple of implicits like on Chest or Relic that are also damage leeches health, and then you have the leech inside of the Warlock, at that point you could probably start self-inflicting it, and you'd be alright. Yeah, them putting... I got 8 stacks of poison on me right now and it hurts. It hurts. Oh god, I have no potions. Oh, oh Jesus. I have no life for this. Oh, damn, Scorpion does not want to let it down. God, he was all about it. Quick question, following your Hydra Rune Master Guide, since the Frostwall nerfed, what do you suggest? Not putting a point in that? Yeah, you can still do Frostwall, just don't put a point into proccing the Flame Ward. You don't want to put it on a 12-second cooldown. You'll still get plenty of ward just from casting your skills and stuff, so you'll be fine. You won't have as much ward obviously as you had before, but you should be fine. Oh Jesus. That was that level up definitely saved my life right there. Hell lucky. You just hit level 35. Do you still use it? Yeah, I would still use it. Just keep Flame Ward on your bar and manually cast it when you need the extra ward. And then Frostwall you're still using to proc that either Lightning or Gone Rune, depending on which way you want to spec. What is the other skill? I want to say Chaos Bolt. It's not Chaos Bolt. I'm stuck with that because I'm playing Lich. The other skill that you're spamming. Drawing a blink on the Rune Master at the moment. Run. Does anyone know a good Rune Bolt? Yeah, Rune Bolt's it. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. You can still use it instead of Mana Strike? Yeah, you can still use it. If you're having mana issues, you can definitely run Mana Strike, especially leveling up. Until you get some good mana regen, you might want to. But either way works. Anyone know a good Beastmaster build around Gathering Storm? Haven't touched it yet. But Gathering Storm looked pretty spicy, so I'm sure there's some good ones out there. Cape, much appreciated. Thanks for that Prime sub, man. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Hoping 1.0 is everything that you wanted. Those new flying zombie summoners are a pain. They're so tanky. They're so tanky, and they summon so many of the rays and the zombies. It's nuts. Holy moly, you got some life, dude. Every time he ground slams me, he gets a stun. Every time. It feels bad, man. Every time. Oh. Thought he was gonna get me. The new stun sound is so nice. Yeah, I hate listening to it. Usually it's followed by a quick death. Bum, bum, bum. Run. This is gonna go really bad for us.
Death will not take me.
I honestly thought we were gonna die right there. Somehow we lived. God, quit clicking on that person. We lived to tell another day. Ooh, and we got a new staff finally. 29 spell damage. That's a steal. It's way better than what I got. Don't want melee though. Give me some... no void. Cast speed. Perfect. Physical damage. No. Whatever. Chance to bleed. I have no bleed. That sucks. No bleed it is. It's alright. It's 20 extra spell damage. We should hit like a rock now. Shit, I gotta go back. See, Ghost Flame has spoiled you. You never die because nothing hits you. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing it. We're not going Ghost Flame. I've decided it's Chaos Bolt. You know why the Chaos Bolt shows no DPS on the hotbar when you hover over it? Nope. Maybe its calculator is bugged, or perhaps they just didn't implement it. I really don't know. I knew I should have popped a potion. I thought we had it. We didn't have it. Was just making sure you didn't break it. Yeah, you made it so powerful it can't list the number. You never noticed that about Chaos Bolt? Yeah, it is a weird one. I'm assuming that something must have happened to it. Either bugged or it didn't get implemented. Dude, all those traps it puts on the ground, those hurt. Too many traps. I shouldn't have walked on those. Damn it. Just when we brag that we got extra spell damage, we get absolutely owned. Owned. Epog, what's up, 14? How you doing today? We still have 0% physical res? Yeah, that's our biggest problem. We really need some physical res. Or an amulet. We're not even wearing an amulet. Could be considered problematic. There we go. Give me some fizz. With some health. Perfect. Get physical res? Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, we were slacking there. I thought we'd be able to push another chapter. Who else put 2 rings and a belt under in their stash to make a PogChamp emote? Never done it. Sounds poggers though. Yeah, there we go. Now we're taking way less damage. Why not do a Torment build? We're gonna do Torment in the end game. For leveling, I just wanted to go full Bleed. Bleed's just really easy to scale real quick. Dude, all the extra waves of archers they put in here is insane. This used to be an empty hallway. Ouch. Imagine this run without physical res now. Dude, those archers would have just owned us. Can't imagine this run without having capped out necrotic res either. The pain. 31 spell with 94% spell crit. Unfortunately, we're not doing spell crit, but I am tempted. That did me no good. Let's see if we break it on the very first one here. Yeah, broke it on the very first one. What a load of garbage. Ghost Flame is OP. I hear a lot of good things about it. People keep talking about it, so we're going Chaos Bolt. I'm not touching it. I kind of want it though. I want that DR. I feel like that would definitely make it to where we could just tank through anything. One more level for an update. Nice. That is a shit ton of raids. If only I could get him to stay on top of the fissure. If only. God, that's over. Bum. You've got Chaos Bolts going for regen? Nice. Just started doing scrolls, but like minion AI is weird at times. Like they go into a map and the minions, they run all the way to the end of the map and then come back and finally start fighting mobs. Yeah, they can be a little weird, especially the more move speed you get them. They tend to bounce kind of hard like that. You're not even using the DR, the dodge node. That is just that good once you have some int. Interesting. Oh, I'm not even gonna unlock it for like 20 more levels. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Need to refine your loot filter, but you're too lazy. What guide would you suggest for For making a loot filter or just in general build guide? I mean, if you haven't tried the auto bomber, the Void Knot auto bomber is still my favorite in the game. Neither the Falcon nor the Warlock has taken that spot yet. Got to watch your buddy run into the hall with zero res and just absolutely get wiped right off the bat. Yeah, it's a lot of archers. I mean, you're talking wave after wave of 5 archers. Like, yeah, they're gonna hit hard. What's the strongest class build right now, do I think? Without looking at the ladder, I haven't even seen it and seeing what people come up with. I'm gonna guess that the it's probably a Falconer, and it's probably either Shadow Daggers or Ballista is probably pushing extremely high. Ballista, if you really cheese it, can just basically like hit the entire arena every time a Ballista explodes, so I can imagine it being extremely powerful. How high it'll push, I don't know. You got 4 dodge from gear while channeling, you're at 5,000. And only have 2 points in the dodge note. That's ridiculous. What does that come out to? 70%? I don't know what level area you're in, but that's a lot of dodge. Come on. One more level, and the next update should get us a bit more damage. We should get the bleed overloads, which will be nice. And then we're going to have to spec into Rip Blood at some point. But the bleed overload is where I think we'll start popping off. I'm hoping anyways. Having Rip Bloods going off all the time should be pretty nuts. Just keep running. Level or area 71, 64 int, and it's 79%. Damn. I mean, that'll drop a bit as you go higher area, but still, that's pretty nuts for only that much int. Alright, we need the secondary fisher. I need more spirits. This is getting a little rough. Yeah, I got no potions. Should have kept running. The secondary fisher really helps. Yeah, we're getting it on the next update. One more level, we're almost there. 20% physical. Ooh, it's actually pretty nice. I don't like that int, but screw it. Almost capped out the fizz. Can you target farm some uniques in this game? Yep, you definitely can. There's boss specific drops that have, every boss in the game has specific uniques that are tied and only drop from that boss. You can also target farm by doing like a Circle of Fortune. You can farm for specific prophecies that help you look for the unique that you want. You can also hunt on certain timelines. If you do ! target, it'll actually show you which uniques drop on which timelines. There'll be a nice picture there that has it all for you. Wiki, what's up, Wiki? Fireball shot. Ugh. More fireball already? It's barely noon, man. You guys are going all out today on me. Alright, let me get out of this map. I'm prone to dying if I try to not run. Without the S, no S on the targets. I need to fix that so it can be typed either way. Bum, bum, bum. Finally able to play online? Nice. Get it. Yeah, the last couple days have been much nicer than the first 2 days were. There we go. Leveled up. Nice. Alright. Fireball in the morning. Alright, Wiki, here's to you finally being able to be online. Cheers, Wicked Wrath. Congrats on finally getting online, and I hope that you can stay online without DCs and get your build going without any more sufferance. Cheers, man. Oh, God. So gross. Alright, let's get this update out of the way. Do we have enough points? We do. We do have enough points for the secondary fisher, but it's going to get really expensive. Yeah, that'll be fine. You're glad Woody raided me? Why's that? I'm glad he raided me too. I like having y'all here. Cheers, cheers. Thanks, you too. Yep, no problem. Nose. You will cheers to every person who can play online now? You will be wasted. No. He spent points. He redeemed it. It's on a 1 hour redeem. Oh, no, we've had some wasted streams. We're not doing that anytime soon again. We got Plague. I kind of want to go for the Spell Necrotic. We don't have enough points, though. Let's go with, let's get the Plague and then more dot damage. Colon and Ford. Well, glad you're learning. It's the Beard Gang, yeah. Easy peasy. Fisher, we want the secondary. For these guys, let's just go with the more damage. For the 4th skill, do we want Chaos Bolt? I think we're gonna go Rip Blood, and we're gonna go Rip Blood because this is tough. Because we could have our Chaos Bolt to do the Rip Blood, but we don't have the end, so we can wait anyways. But I want Rip Blood because the Bleed Overload's going to be constantly doing it, and I want all the bleed out of here. Somebody told me that the... Does anybody know... It is working, right? It's not bugged. This is actually using your Rip Blood, right? And it's not bugged. It's actually using the skill tree. It should be. We'll just test it. Screw it. Thanks for that Prime sub, maybe. Much appreciated, man. The 9 points we have here, we're going to throw 2 more into Cauldron of Blood. We would then want 4 in Crimson Favors. That's 6. The last 3. The last 3. We want 2 in the Health Leech. Also, thanks, Tater, for your sub as well. Much appreciated, man. You need a guide to play this game? No, you don't need a guide. It is using your Rip Blood? Yeah, it should be. I'm just hoping it's not bugged and not doing it. We'll just put 5. No. We'll do an extra point here. We'll go 3 here, 4 here, 2 into the Leech. We want that Leech. Don't really care about the poison yet. Dude, that spell damage might be nice. All of these would actually be pretty nice. We kind of want the mana regen as well. You gain a chance per curse on the enemy to gain mana. Kind of want that as well. You need 5 points there, though. I don't have that many points. We'll do that next for the mana. Yeah, let's go 3, 4, 2. Alright, travelers, we are now level 35, which means it's time to spec into our 4th skill. But first, the character sheet. Again, in this area, physical and necrotic resist are the 2 main things you want. Some fire also helps, especially against those scorpions, but work on getting all of them capped. For skills, we got 2 more points for Wandering Experience. We're going to both of them into the False Courage for even more damage with them. Then we have Spirit Plague, 2 points here. We're going to throw 1 point into the Inflicting Plague, and then 1 more point into the Pestilence for that global damage over time. We can now get 15% at maximum 13 stacks. That's going to be 180%, 195%. Yeah, 195% increased damage over time for us, which will be really, really nice. And then for Chthonic Fissure, we got 2 more points here. We want to get into the Secondary Fissure, so 1 more point into Stygian Current, and 1 point into Of Gloom and Flames, so that we now have 2 fissures that go out, so you get a lot more spirits. This will make it a lot more expensive, so mana will be a bit of an issue here. You'll be casting it not as often as you were, which is fine. Spirit Plague, still your main skill, is going to be costing 0 mana, so still spam that a ton. And then because we'll have Bleed Overloads in our passives, we want to get Rip Blood. That's going to be being procced every second into getting some bleed as well. So we're going to go ahead and put 2 points into Hemomancer for it, and then the rest of them into Gushing Wound for all that bleed chance. If you spec into the Eviscerate, that mana cost could eat you up alive, as I'm pretty sure that mana will get consumed with the Bleed Overload, so I wouldn't spec that till you have mana regen where you want it. For passives, we got 9 more points. We're going to throw 3 of them into the Cauldron of Blood for that bleed chance. We now have that chance for Bleed Overload as well, as long as within 15 meters, which is basically your whole screen, there's 25 or more stacks of bleed on enemies. Once that happens, you'll start casting Rip Blood every second with 4 points in Crimson Favors, and that's what we really want. And then the last 2 points we have, we're putting them into Spirit Leech for that health leech, and since we're cursing enemies with Spirit Plague, you get double the amount, which is really nice. That'll keep your health nice and full. And then for the gear, get a 2-handed staff with as much base spell damage as possible. Cast speed, increased spell damage, damage over time, and physical damage are going to be the main ones you want to stack for all that bleed damage that we're doing. And then for everything else, just get the resistance and health that you need. And that'll be it for the sub deal. See you guys at 43 when we spec some more points into our skills and passives. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. First time here, what is your cursor program? That is the YOLO mouse. You can buy it on Steam for a couple of bucks. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that's so expensive. I need some mana regen. Hold on, how do you proc the bleed overloads again? Do you actually have to cast Rip Blood? Hold on, I probably should have read that part. And, your Rip Bloods have a chance to bleed enemies, and while when you cast a physical skill on enemies within... Okay, so you gotta cast the physical skill. Oh, that's tougher. I guess we'll just make sure we're teleporting. Alright, thanks for all the follows, guys. Ahoy! What's up? What's up, Smitty? How you doing today? Bum, 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 bum. Hello, new player. The goal is to reach Empowered Mollusk ASAP. Yeah, as long as you're not suffering too much from deaths and other things, you do want to do it pretty much as quick as possible, yeah. Boy, getting 25 stacks of bleed is apparently harder than I thought. Yeah, we'll get it eventually. You can change your Chaos Bolt to physical. There we go. Maybe that's what we'll do. But again, that's going to have to wait because we didn't take the points to actually even have it proc yet. That'll probably be around level 50 when we spec into all that and get that going. Would you say COF is better for solo play or merchants? I would say COF is better. I don't have experience in Merchants Guild. Some people are defending it, but for me, Circle of Fortune all the way. I have no mana. Alright, well, everything's dying, so what do I care? There we go. Now we have blood overload. Yeah, get it. Bum, bum, bum. Cooldown was too long. Blood overload again. Yeah, we get up to 40 stacks of bleed on him. Oh, 44. Cruising. cakewalk. Absolute cakewalk. C11 definitely seems more fun to play, yeah. Plus, you get all your own drops, right? You don't have to depend on others. What's the best way to make gold? You're level 91 with only 1.4 mil. Just go higher corruption, and the chest at the end will give you more and more gold the higher your corruption is, the higher your item rarity is. And then on top of that, on your web, search for gold rewards. And then make sure that you're looking for the shrines inside of the echoes. The gold shrines will also drop you a crap ton. Those 3 sources will give you tons of gold.
And that should do it.
Big cheers. Don't remember maxing out idle and passive rewards so early in the campaign.
All good now.
By chapter 7, you should be able to get all the idle rewards.
Just in time. Looks like we've got
You're
company.
gonna try merchants and then switch once you get to empowered. See if it's Scarbo. Do it. Just remember that in the merchants, if you buy gear that has ranks on it and you switch, you won't be able to wear those items in Circle of Fortune. So if they're still on you, they'll have no effect. Also, what's up, the Frobolt? How you doing today?
You'll go. I'll hopefully. I will see you soon.
Bum bum bum. It's a lazy Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday, man. To be expected. Oh, that mana cost. It's ridiculous. They died before I can even get the overload. Oh, I have overload. I kind of want to just run with the overload on and see what the ripbuds look like. Tired of closing Ellie and switching servers and connecting just to play? Yeah, I feel ya. Hopefully here in the next few days that they have it completely resolved. They're definitely much better in the last couple days than they were in the first 2 days. That much is for certain. Pushing. Everything's dying with the bleed stacks before I can even get 25 stacks. What is this nonsense? You just hopped on and unfortunately have to go to a few towns. Luckily it's still loading. It just takes a while. Yeah. Once you get in the monos, it gets much better. You log into end of time. You try and get to the monos. If you make it, you're in the clear. There we go. Now we got, yeah, we got riplets going off every second. Yeah, I can actually, I see the orbs coming. All right, now we need to test it with blood splatter. I'll have to remember that I tell them this, but I want to see the blood splatters. I want to see those come back. Alright, here we go. Oh, not enough. I feel like that 25 bleed stacks might be too much. Like, all the trash mobs die before you can even get that many stacks on them. Got from 28 36 quicker than I got from 17, or than that you got from 17 to 21. Hey. That's how we do it. We're playing one of the fastest classes in the game right now, though. Wandering Spirits and Spirit Plague is meant for speedrunning. Everything just dies when you keep going, so it's the class. I think the only thing that kind of rivals it, Holy Trail is pretty fast too, but since filters can't support multiple affix evaluations, is there any sneaky way to find crit avoidance gear with other good stats other than just looking at every piece with crit avoidance? Depends how you set your filter up, but you can make you can make a rule that has all the types, all the base types, and all the item types that you want, and then set it to where you just put like 3 or 4 affixes inside of it with critical strike avoidance, and make it match like 2 of those affixes or 3 of those affixes, so that you'll see an item of any item type that drops with critical strike avoidance and 2 other stats that you picked, and then it'll show it to you, and you can make it whatever color you want. Like, I could show you how to set it up here in a second when I get out of here. It is possible to do that. You just have to... I would need to know exactly what it is you need, but I can do an example. That's kind of what you're doing? Yeah, that's pretty much all how you'd set it up. Just don't put too many affixes into the world, otherwise, you know, everything's going to be dropping in. Just put, you know, the 4 affixes that you want, and make it match at least 2 of them. If you want to be really strict, make it match 3 of them. Is the Autobomber Void Knight still your favorite? Yeah, it is. I just haven't got to play it yet. We've been leveling up everything else. We got to level up a Lightning Werebear, and then we'll do Autobomber after that. Your Falconer's insanely fast, Aerial Assault, and Flurry. Nice. I feel like it can only be so fast, though, especially since you're using Flurry, which, while you're using that, you're not moving. Something like Shadow Daggers, where you're actually just using Shift and never actually stopping, is insanely fast. You have critical strike avoidance, the armor items, and then another 3 out of 4 plus rare filter set for other affixes. That should do it. You shouldn't have to look at every item through that. Just make sure you set those to a different color so you know that those are specifically the ones that that you're wanting for the crit avoidance. Am I playing online or offline? I am playing online at the moment. We are online. Uh-oh. Ouch. Oh dear God, let's get out of that. You figured what was wrong and assuming it's a bug with leap attack in the wolf's passageway. The squirrels are leaping to a random enemy, so as soon as I unspect, now they stay with you. There you go, nice. That is kind of weird that they were leaping to a random enemy. That's a new bug. And we're cruising. Here I was. Is the alternate leveling route through dungeons worth it? If only you're being power leveled or something. If you're being power leveled, sure. If you already have, if it's not your first character and you have lots of gear and stuff already set in your stash, then being power leveled is nice. It'll definitely get you going faster. I have never used the dungeons to skip, although we tried it yesterday, but then we died. It would have been the first time ever. There's reasons for it. Especially if you leave like the campaign early, say around like chapter 5 and do monos. If you go back, skipping those chapters is always nice just to get to the end, but I don't think there's really a point behind it. It's just kind of preference. Confused about arenas? How do you fight the champion? You fight the champion at the end of 40 waves. You go to the champion's gate, and then you choose tier 1 through tier 4. You don't choose the infinite arena, and then you do 40 waves. The 40th wave is the boss. Pushing. I'm hoping once we get to monos, 25 stacks of bleed actually won't be killing enemies, so we can get the overload more often. Right now, we're like rarely proccing it. It could be that our bleed chances is too low. Maybe that's what it is. Everything dies too fast. Are you online or offline? Character kept totally separate, or could you take your online character offline if you need to? Nope, you can't switch them back and forth. Offlines can't go online. I'm pretty sure onlines can't go offline. They are completely separate. Uh-oh. This sound is not good. I think we might have DC'd. I can hear my character walking. I hear the footsteps. This isn't good. Hey, thanks for the follow, Steven. I'm pretty sure that we just... think we DC'd. I'll give it another like 10 seconds. Ba-da-bum. Oh, it's a nice break anyways. You know what that means. It's time for another shot. Because why not? Butter. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And again, welcome everybody from Woody's stream. I'm sure it's a bunch of new faces out there, but cheers to everyone, and I hope all of you are having a pleasant 1.0 experience and that your builds are coming alive. Cheers. What are we drinking? Fireball. How much drops can you get per session? I'm not sure. I think there's just one new drop per day. I don't know. Yeah, I think we DC'd here. Let's get the hell out. Madam. You got a different bowl? What do you got, a margarita? Oh boy. Hey yo. You finally got the Talons of Valor, but no LP on it. Yikes. I got one LP on mine, but we haven't rolled it yet. Are the servers having issues? I think I'm stuck again. I can hear my character walking. Uh-oh. Time to check Discord. What happened? Oh, shit, we're in. There we go. Stability is beginning to increase for online services. Dun, dun, dun. At 3:51 40 minutes ago, they are deploying a back-end fix aimed at solving some of the connection issues. Alright, well, we got back in, so we're good. Actually, we're on this side, right? Yeah, we're still up here. Yeah, end of time is a problem. Yeah. Is Lich hard to play? Not really. Lich is actually extremely, you just leech everything. It's actually pretty easy to play, and then Reaper form, you have an extra life, so you're pretty good. What's an experimental fix? There's these things called exiled mages that you can run to on maps, and the exiled mages drop special gear that's only dropped by them, and they have experimental affixes on gear, which is an affix that doesn't normally come on gear. And it gives you like a different way kind of playing. Like one of them for the belt, I don't have any on me right now, but one of them like for the belt is it can make minions like, or it's actually on boots. It can make minions teleport with you, which is pretty cool. Some of them are pretty useful. Not every one of the affixes is like a new affix, but a lot of them are like don't actually roll on that item slot, so it's a different way of being able to get it. You play the Rampaging Stormbolt as Frostbear. It's really good for mapping, but bossing's a little weak. Yeah, I can imagine. We were hoping to fix that when we do it. You found the scavenger belt with 3 LP. Nice. Any tips for the rampaging lightning bolt for bossing? Build into lightning swipe and use swipe. Rampage when you need, but at the same time just kind of use swipe when you need. Yeah, when I played it, the bossing was definitely the slowest aspect of that build. Great for Kling though. What is LP? You've heard it a lot now. LP stands for legendary potential. When uniques drop, they can roll LP on them, which is a number that rolls between 1 and 4, and the number reflects how many items, how many affixes that it will pull off of an exalted item when they get combined in the Temporal Sanctum dungeon. So there's an end game activity with an exalted item. It's Dex Int and Attunement. But the other thing, Attunement's a lot more for the Primalist. The Primalist gets a lot of its skills scale with Attunement. A lot of things that scale with healing usually scale with Attunement. The Rune Master's usually more based around Int. Not all of them. Some of the invocations might scale with some other stuff, but the attunement doesn't do you too much. No sound? From... Wait, no sound from what? Am I muted now? Shouldn't be muted. Still muted? I don't know, it says there's sound. Am I being trolled? Now I don't know. Now nobody's responding. I'm going to assume the sound is... There's no game sound either. Half dead, just like the Acolyte. There's no game sound either. Are you still not getting either? It says that you're getting both. I am hoping that it still works. Network error on Twitch. No sound now. Game's fine for you. That's weird. Hold on. That's really weird. The stream says that it's still going. Yeah, that's really weird. Apparently Twitch is having some issues right now. That's really weird. Never had that problem. That is really weird. That's like really weird. I don't know if that's stream side or Twitch side. Is anybody in another stream? Is it working for other people's stream? I guess you can't hear me. Me asking you does no good. As I continue to talk, as people have no sound. It cut out when I started answering your questions about attunement. Alright, well, I don't know what I did. Well. That's weird that it killed game sound as well. It's not muted. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'll prove it. Time to go to YouTube? No, hold on. Bum, bum, bum. Dude, that's so weird. It's a weird Twitch thing. So, yeah, right here, you guys should totally you should totally be hearing me. I don't know. That's really weird. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I might have to, maybe I need to restart Twitch stream. Bum, bum, bum. See if we can fix this here. Did that do anything? I doubt that did anything. It's so weird because I can see it, but